Welcome everyone to the Crypto Grind Show, where we speak everything crypto. My name is Chris, and on today's episode, we are going to be talking crypto coins to start off with as a first-time investor in cryptocurrency. So basically, today we're going to be discussing the crypto coins that, as a first-time investor in cryptocurrency, that you can start off with. It's very important to have a good foundation, and also to know what you actually or understand what you're investing in. So I'm gonna just be discussing a couple of coins that you can start off with, but these are mainly what we call blue chip coins, or these are coins that have been in the market for a long time and have a track history of doing pretty well. They're not too risky for first time starters or for beginners in cryptocurrency. So they're ones that you can look into to start your foundation. They're not gonna be too risky, where you find that even if there's a downturn in the market where you lose a lot of money. So the first coin that we're gonna start off with is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the oldest cryptocurrency in the market that everybody knows about. It's the OG. So it has passed the test of time. So basically, with Bitcoin, we coin it as what you call the gold of crypto. So it's like a digital gold, right? So that's what gives its value, and what creates the value behind it in terms of it increasing over time, right? So there are different factors that influence Bitcoin in increasing its value. So one of them, like I said, people view it as digital gold, but then also there's only a limited amount of Bitcoins that can be created. So because of there's only a limited amount, the supply side becomes very limited, which ultimately in the future will create or tend to increase its value over time, right? So there can only be 21 million Bitcoins that can be created or mined over its lifespan. So that's why there's a big, you could say, frenzy over it. And you'll see also in some of the, discussions that I'm going to have or articles that I'm going to show you, where, big institutions are starting to get into, cryptocurrencies, and they're starting to buy Bitcoin and, the other coins that I'm going to be discussing. So like I said, Bitcoin is the first one I would start off with, as, it's less riskier than the other altcoins or the other coins basically, but it can give you consistent you could say returns over time. So the second one that I'm going to discuss now is what we call Ethereum. What is Ethereum? Ethereum is also cryptocurrency, but unlike Bitcoin, it's actually what we call the second largest cryptocurrency market cap. So, but if you don't know what market cap is, I'd suggest that you go back to check my other, you could say, videos, my second episode, or part 2 of crypto terms to know as a first time investor in cryptocurrency. So on that episode, I explain what a market cap is. So it's the second largest in market cap, number one, and number two, with Ethereum, you can build programs on it. So you can have what they call smart contracts. So smart contracts are just you could say programs that execute certain functions or certain instructions that people have. Let's say, for example, you're an artist, and you don't want to deal with, let's say, the middleman in terms of you getting your royalties, right? You can have a smart contract that sits on the Ethereum blockchain, where each and every time your music gets played anywhere, whether on radio or whatever, the program executes a certain instruction in terms of you getting your royalties through it. So that's just one of the simplest ways I could discuss in terms of smart contracts, but there are different other smart contracts that you find out there. So Ethereum is like I said, it's a smart contract cryptocurrency, that has those type of functionalities. That's the second one that I would look into. And historically, in the past year, Ethereum has performed better than Bitcoin, but that's mainly because of the new surge that has come in terms of things like non-fungible tokens or NFTs. So in most cases, most people, when they have to buy NFTs, when they have to buy NFTs, you buy it through Ethereum. So you have to buy a certain amount of Ethereums in order for you to be able to buy your NFTs. And there are also fees, and you pay those fees via Ethereum. So in the crypto space, every time a coin increases, every time there's people buying that specific coin, that's what increases its value. So if a lot of people start buying whichever coin it might be, that those transactions automatically creates a higher price increase. Like if I could explain it in a simple term, it's like demand and supply, where if the higher the demand, the higher the price. So in cases like this, if people are buying NFTs, what that does is that it automatically increases the price of Ethereum, basically. So that's the second coin that I would look into as a first-time investor in cryptocurrency. So guys, like I said, on this article, as you can see, you have one of those big auditing firms, KPMG, getting into crypto, or KPMG in Canada, as they are adding Bitcoin and Ethereum to its treasury. So basically, they are buying these coins as part of their balance sheet, basically, as they are getting into digital assets. This is what we would call a bullish move in terms of the market itself, as it shows that big corporations or big companies are also getting into the space as well, and the space is getting more formalized. Or you're getting a sense of it's getting some sort of acceptance, basically, because KPMG it's like I said, it's an auditing firm. So there are certain things that they actually saw in terms of it, because it's like an accounting or auditing firm, basically. So this is also one of the things to look out into, that is very, you could say, bullish about the market right now. The next coin I'm going to be discussing is Binance, or the BNB coin. So what is the Binance coin or the BNB coin? So Binance you could say it's a crypto exchange, but it has its own native token, which is called the BNB token. So Binance is more like an Ethereum competitor, right? So it's a decentralized cryptocurrency, but that has smart contract functionalities, right? So it does mainly what Ethereum does. So, however, it's still also developing its certain functionalities around it. But the only difference is Ethereum has more you could say users or people and more programs programs that are on it than Binance. But I would say Binance is also the next coin that you can look into. It's actually the third largest in terms of market cap, and it has a lot of, you could say, potential as well, the upside, and it's slightly more cheaper than Ethereum. That's another one that I would actually look into to invest in as a first-time investor in cryptocurrency. So here's what I was talking about. Here's a partnership where the Binance exchange have gotten to created a new partnership between South Korean entertainment company YG. So this is a bullish trend as well. So it just shows that there's also development with the Binance, you could say, chain as well, or the BNB coin as well. So this is something to be positive about in terms of creating that demand. So they're going into, you could say, they're creating this partnership will see sustainable framework for future non-fungible or NFT collaborations between this you could say entertainment company YG and the BNB exchange, or the Binance exchange, basically. So yeah, this YG company manages some of the big stars in Korea, basically, or South Korea. So yeah, it's a bullish trend, or it has a a positive trend to it. So it's one of the partnerships that I was actually discussing. So guys, the next two coins I'm going to be discussing, these are just bonus coins that you can look into. But I think these ones, because they're a bit more cheaper than the other three coins that I spoke about, you know, I would say you could find them, you'll actually probably find them at a very discounted rate or at a very low rate versus the other three, right? So the first one would be Cardano. Cardano is also a competitor, or yeah, it's called Cardano, or its native token is ADA. So it's it's a direct competitor for both Binance and Ethereum, but it's actually at a cheaper, you could say, price. And one of the founders of Cardano was also involved, or is also a part founder of Ethereum as well. So it's one of those coins that you can also look into. But this one is more of a long-term play because it's still developing, and there's a high potential or big potential around Cardano as well, right? In terms of they've made a couple of, you could say, partnerships with some countries in Africa, as well as general partnerships that they made in business, in its you could say, formation, and also in terms of its runnings as well. So that's another one that you can look into. And the last one would be what they call XRP. Some people call it Ripple, but the difference is Ripple is just a company. XRP is a native token, basically the token itself or the coin itself. So XRP is more of what we call it's also it's more of a, you could say, a token that is used mainly for cross-border payments, right? So its main thing is for for people to be able to transfer money between one another, at a at a cheaper rate, as well as at a faster rate, right? Because right now, if I'm trying to transfer money from one place to another, probably from one country to another, probably would take me anything between 24 to 48 hours or even longer, right? So with XRP, its functionality assists people in terms of them being able to transfer their money to other countries, at a faster rate, and at a cheaper rate as well, right? So like I said, in this industry, or in the crypto markets, right, everything is all about, if people use the native token, or there's a high demand for it, the price goes up. So just imagine, how many people transfer money all over the world every day, right? So I think the market is, if I'm not mistaken, more $14 trillion, in terms of that market. So it's also another coin that you're going to look into because it's still growing. Its price is relatively also low, so it's something that you can also look into to invest in for the long run. And guys, please remember, this is not financial advice, as I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes. And it's always advisable, or it's always commendable for you to always do your own due diligence and own research on the coins that I spoke about today. And please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, as I'll be dropping more videos going forward. Thank you very much.